And hello everyone, welcome to the Castlevania The Bloodletting playthrough. I'm Heavy Sigh, and with me is...
Kingeffingfrost.
Good. I know I didn't manage to record it, but if you let it linger on the Pisces Dream screen, it'll actually quack at you.
Well, why would it quack at you? Are you telling me that this is not a Konami game?
Maybe it was made by one of the pet ducks.
That would explain some things.
So, after Castlevania 64 happened, that's the best time to start our fan game.
You know, I think it's because he knew that so many people played and loved Castlevania 64 and found that it was just a really important part of the overall canon. So, it makes sense to me.
So yeah, this is based on the cancelled 32X game called Castlevania The Bloodletting. In that one, you were supposed to play as Richter, and you would have a rival. In this game, the rival sprite has been repurposed into Harkers. But Richter will be making an appearance in this game, even though he's supposedly dead.
Yeah, I think Harker's got a pretty good start. The castle's already on fire.
Yeah, so here's Harker. He can slide, he can backflip by pressing the jump button in midair. He's got your standard whip. Blue candles drop whip upgrades, always. They won't drop anything else unless you have all the whips, and then they'll just give you money.
That's cool. It's nice to know where you're going to get a power-up.
Yep. Heart candles can either drop 1 or 5 hearts. It's random.
And the sub-weapons, they're always in the same place?
As far as I can tell, yeah. Unless I've just been getting really lucky. But we have your cross, your axe. You don't have the stopwatch anymore, though. Also, boss fight.
You know, that's one way to start a game. Other people might do basic challenges.
So here we go. The first boss is the Ice Demon. He actually has 4 weak points. The first one is his legs. Destroy those, he'll start to fly. And then throw his wings at you. You can't damage the wings while they're being thrown at you, so you have to destroy them while he's flying. And then you just beat him up.
That was... I wouldn't really call that much of a boss fight, so much as a total beatdown.
It's the locking system for the gate. Instead of keys, you just beat it up.
Yep.
And here we have our first part, the innards, where we are first introduced to stairs and combined enemy types. By the way, that flame you saw when you destroy those lanterns containing the blue that is supposed to be whip upgrades, if an enemy runs into that, they die.
Question.
What?
What the fuck?
Harker doesn't trust stairs, he'll take his own way.
Well, that's healthy. I don't trust stairs either. Neither do any of the Belmonts.
But as he knows that as long as he uses them from the ground, they most likely will not turn into bear traps.
Alright, but I got my eye on you, stairs. I like that method way better. Just cutting through the ceiling.
There are parts here that are actually... You have to use the door for that one, but there are other ones where you simply have to get to the right side of the screen. And there are some novel ways of doing it.
Can you do like the classic Mega Man sliding through doors? What, huh?
No, unfortunately not. And that's the item crash for the knife. It throws knives everywhere. Along with the fact that it throws 3 knives instead of 1, it's really good for taking out things like bats, if you've got a whole ton of them on your tail.
I gotta say, if the knife was like that in regular Castlevania games, I wouldn't avoid it like the plague.
Unfortunately, you can't aim the item crash, which is the only problem I have with it. That and the fact that it's probably the weakest weapon.
You know, I mean, aiming it, just spewing it everywhere, it's all good.
Yeah. This part, if you're the thing about this is, while I'm showing off all the bats here, if you actually know where at least the important ones are, you don't actually have to do any of this.
So, are the bats invincible before they start swooping down?
No, they can be hurt, it's just usually they swoop down before you could ever hit them.
Okay, I guess none of those knives actually hit the bat.
Yep. If you die, this is what you get. You get knocked back to your first whip, you get 5 hearts, and you have to move from there.
Classic. That's always how it goes, pretty much.
If you can see up there in the corner, there's a block indicator. that's your checkpoints. Once you get to a new block, that's where your checkpoint's going to be.
So I noticed something with those kind of ogre zombie things. It looked like it was flashing in two different places. Did they have two different hitboxes, or is it just weird?
No, but I do believe that they actually have 2 hit points, so if you have the weakest whip, you have to hit them twice. So that may be a holdover from that.
Okay.
This game is a beta, so it has some issues, you know? You gotta cut in some slack.
How long did it take the guy to make this?
As far as I can tell, this is actually the end result of a retooling he did, a massive one, that remade the entire game. Apparently it was way different the first time around.
And his is just, it's not a ROM hack or anything.
Nope, it's an actual game, and I don't think it's made in Game Maker either, it's just its own thing.
That's kind of impressive when you think about it.
Yeah. And here's your penultimate challenge for this level. Jumping with bats and Medusa heads.
Great! I just want to jump off a cliff every time I see Medusa heads. Fortunately, they're there to help!
You'll be doing that a lot in this one, because unless you cotton on to the fact that you need to do the Mega Man thing and get really close to the edge whenever you have to jump higher than you.
Yeah, you're also doing a whole lot of backflipping. Lots of backflipping. It seems a little odd, but if he's built the entire game around it, then that's good. I'm totally okay with building the game to make you use the tools you've been given. That's good.
Yeah, the difficulty is that the tools don't always work.
Oh, that's less good.
You'll see what I mean later on, but things can happen.
Oh boy.
But once you're past this part, you're basically home free.
So if you get hit while you're moving screens, you don't get hit?
Well, that one I just managed to move the screen right before it hit
I could have sworn that Medusa... Yeah, I thought that got you, but... I'll take it.
Here we have a secret. Attack the middle of this area and you will get your free of holy water, which you will want for the boss.
I guess that's a callback to the completely impossible to find secrets of the old games.
Yeah. Here we have our statue that breaks apart. Don't stay on the right or you will get hit.
Oh, hey.
This is the Cerberus. It has 3 attacks. It can summon bats. Doesn't usually do that. It can sit there and howl and do nothing. It can shoot fireballs. And it can shoot lasers.
I would not consider sitting there and howling an attack. Or shooting lasers at nothing.
It's a psychological tactic.
That's just...
But it's not good against someone with nerves of steel.
The bats were the most threatening part of that. That's terrible. I mean, I get that it's the opening level, but that mini-boss at the start was harder than that.
Thing is, the flames can be defeated, so if you just literally mash whip, you kill them all. And don't have to even move.
How anticlimactic.
Yep, hopefully, Sins of the Father, the chapel, will be a little more climactic. It won't be.
Oh.